Acho, let's start with you, though, big dog. Eagles make a mistake paying Carson Wentz?
No, and this is just a silly, stupid question. Duh. Marcellus,
Yes?
come on, bro. You're better than this. The Eagles, when Carson Wentz got paid, was the fourth highest paid quarterback in the league.
Okay.
It's not even like he was the number one highest paid quarterback in the league. But I'm going to give y'all numbers that everyone can digest. Nobody right now is saying, did the Rams make a mistake when they paid Jared Goff? Ooh. Even though Jared Goff is making $1.5 million more than Carson Wentz each and every year. Okay, they didn't, right? Great. Now that we're on the same page, Carson Wentz has more starts than Jared Goff. Carson Wentz has more touchdown passes than Jared Goff. Carson Wentz has less interceptions than Jared Goff. Carson Wentz has a higher completion percentage than Jared Goff. So everybody chill with the recency bias. We're all better than that. America, you're better than that. Marcellus, I think you're better than that. You might not be, though. The thing about it is, Carson Wentz is in a two-game slump. We've seen two-game slumps before from Rodgers, from Manning, from Brady. Oh, rewind, from Manning, who threw 8 interceptions in 2 games back-to-back once in 2013. So everybody chill out on Carson Wentz. Eagles didn't make a mistake paying him. The mistake that was being made is Carson Wentz putting too much pressure on himself. Easy fix. Wentz, time to make that fix because the Eagles cannot go down 0-3 or the season is over and done with. So, no, they didn't make a mistake. Everybody chill out and let the good times roll.
Acho, you came with that defensive take once again, assuming what Marcellus is going to say. No, they didn't make a mistake giving Carson Wentz all that money. However, there are some qualifiers to my answer. Let's start here. I learned this as a parent of 4 children, that once you earn something, never take it away from them. Like my daughter, my oldest daughter, great grades, great character, involved in the community. She got a car. Now, if she slips, something goes wrong, as Acho would say, a 2-game slump, a 2-semester slump for her, can't yank the car from her. But I also don't have to reward her further. and more importantly, I could also have buyer's remorse in that situation. And that's where I land. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles right now, I have buyer's remorse. My boy over here, Acho, he talking about I cook the books. Well, you know.
What I do?
The pot calling the kettle something over here because 2-game slump. How about since 2018, he's under 500 as a starter? That's not a 2-game slump. If you want to look at him right now, his on-target pass rate is the worst in the NFL. This is Carson Wentz. So let's talk about the 2 games because I don't want to make too much of it, even though I am having a sort of buyer's remorse. I'm stuck with this contract. I'm stuck with this guy, and this guy doesn't know if he can fix himself. First week, it was about the offensive line, and we understand 3 starters were out, a 4th one went down. Week 2, they actually played well up front. People don't give a lot of attention to the Hogs up front, but they played well. You know who didn't play well? Carson Wentz. So when you drafted Jalen Hurts last year and Carson Wentz continues to slide down this hill that is longer than a 2-game stretch, it's a reason for concern if you're the Philadelphia Eagles organization.
Yeah, you should be concerned. I think they have a lot of buyer's remorse. I think when you look at what Carson Wentz was expected to do, let's remember that he was the 2nd overall pick in this draft. When you take people that high in the draft, you have gold jacket expectations. Can we say that Carson Wentz has been a gold jacket player? No, we cannot. We can also say that the Philadelphia Eagles went to the Super Bowl with Nick Foles as their quarterback. Sure, I know we're going to counter back and say that, hey, Carson Wentz played at an MVP level. But have we seen him play at that level since 2017? Have we seen him play at the level that would merit the kind of money that we're talking about? $30+ million. When we are giving that kind of money, we're supposed to have Carson Wentz fix everything. And I know the Carson Wentz supporters are going to say, hey, but he doesn't have everything right around him. He's missing 3 offensive linemen. Who is his number 1 receiver? Maybe Doug Peterson isn't the best play caller. No one cares. You're the franchise quarterback. The expectation is that you're supposed to do the most with the least. He hasn't done it. So I think when you go back in those private moments, when Doug Peterson is looking at the tape, he's wondering, did we make the right investment by hitching our wagon to a quarterback who's not playing well and who also is oft injured?
Y'all disgust me. Bucky, I would expect this from Marcellus.
Facts.
But you, sir,
Facts.
You have proven to be too intelligent to say this nonsense. Think about this, gentlemen. Bucky, you bring drafting 1st-round picks. You expect them to be gold jackets. I didn't even prep this in my notes. But as soon as I heard ding, 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 that sounds ludicrous, I had to look something up. Look at the first-round picks. I'm going to just say some first-round pick quarterback names. You tell me if they're Hall of Famers. Paxton Lynch, Josh Rosen, Christian Ponder, Tim Tebow, E.J. Manuel, Jake Locker, Brandon Whedon, Josh Freeman, Sam Darnold, Mark Sanchez. These are first-round pick quarterbacks. Not everybody's going to be a Hall of Famer, but I digress, because when you draft a first-round pick quarterback, you would also hope to win a Super Bowl sometime during the course of their tenure as your quarterback, 10, 5, 15 years. Please just get us a Super Bowl. In Carson Wentz's second season, the Eagles got a Super Bowl in his second season. You would pay for that Super Bowl. Okay, so maybe Carson Wentz didn't play in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Well.
I mean, okay.
Well, Jared Goff, he got to the Super Bowl and they lost. I bet Sean McVay would say, man, I would have rather played with my backup if we would have won it. They got a Super Bowl, Marcellus. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you dice it. They got a Super Bowl. But I knew you were going to go here, so I prepped extra long this morning.
Finally you prepped, because that last tape.
Prep for this.
Lord.
NFC teams with 3 postseason appearances since 2016 when Carson Wentz got into the league. There are 3 of them. The Eagles, the Seahawks, the Saints. But someone like Marcellus might say, you can't count one of those playoff appearances because Carson Wentz was 5-6. Nick Foles came in and he got him to the playoffs. Great. NFC teams with 2 postseason appearances since 2016. Marcellus, this is for you. The Packers, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Falcons, the Vikings. Kirk Cousins for the Vikings, paid. Matt Ryan for the Falcons, paid. Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. You think he'll be the highest paid ever. Aaron Rodgers for the Packers, paid. Jared Goff for the Rams, paid more. So Carson Wentz is doing the exact same thing that all these other quarterbacks that are paid are doing. What y'all are saying actually makes no sense. Y'all are lazy. I don't even lazily a word. Marcellus, correct me. But y'all lazy and abiding by recency bias. I can't even entertain it.
Get him, Bucky.
You ain't got nothing to get. You ain't got nothing to get,
So here's the thing. And what I love about you, Acho, is like, man, you always bring so many layered arguments that it makes it tough for me to write my notes. But luckily, I have great penmanship because my mom demanded it when I was little. So you talked about second overall pick, and you gave me this list of first-round picks. And that's great that those guys were picked in the first round. But we're talking about sacred territory as a top 5 pick. We expect and we demand more. It's like when you buy those fancy suits, when you go to a custom clothier, you expect it to fit a little different than when you go somewhere and get it off the rack. Right now, I'm seeing Carson Wentz play like an off-the-rack suit. But I won't spend my time talking about that. So you talked about Carson Wentz, and they've been to the playoffs 3 times. How great that is. But you know what happened? See, because when I had my kids learn how to swim, sometimes you have to have a lifeguard. And so notice in 2 of those appearances, Nick Foles had to be the lifeguard. They had to throw Nick Foles in there to save the Eagles. He came in there one and led them to the Super Bowl. The next time, he directed them and got them to the playoffs. And so, for all of the great things that Nick Foles has done, he's the guy that is great doing the great season. But I haven't seen him step the game up in the playoffs. And by the way, Acho, that last playoff appearance that I saw, I think he only played 4 or 5 plays. And then lo and behold, who came in? Josh McCown. Going back to your days in Texas. Going back to your days in Texas before we would go to the club and you're doing all your moves in the dorm room, but somehow you're a wallflower in the club. Maybe that is the Carson Wentz.
Bucky, listen.
He has all the moves in the dorm
and Marcellus,
but when we get to the club, he can't find.
Y'all listen clear. If Carson Wentz ain't a custom suit, then I don't want to wear custom suits. You understand me? If Carson ain't custom, then I ain't custom. Carson Wentz has been to a Super Bowl already, Bucky Brooks. Carson Wentz has gotten it. Now, I don't care if he didn't play. He was there. Carson Wentz has led his team to the playoffs 2 years. The Eagles have been there 3 years. Only 5 other NFC teams have been that, Bucky. If Carson ain't custom, then this ain't custom. If Carson ain't custom, then I ain't custom. If Carson don't deserve it, then I don't deserve it. But the fact of the matter is, I deserve it, and Carson deserves it.
He has been to the playoffs 3 times. In each of those times, he finished as a spectator. So if you're okay with Carson Wentz being like me, where he purchases his ticket, then go ahead. But the last time that I looked at the playoffs, I saw Nick Foles and Josh McCown.
But here's my thing.
They closed out the game. So,
Bucky,
if you're fine with that.
Save me some of the ribs.
No, there will be no ribs. There will be no ribs at this
Bucky.
cookout.
Yes.
There will be, if you or Marcellus, if y'all get a first-round pick at quarterback, y'all draft a first-round pick at quarterback, y'all say to yourself, man, he should be the future of this franchise. I hope we win a Super Bowl with him on our team. Do you care? Do you care who the heck played in the game when y'all won it? Or are you just like, thank God it worked out? Carson Wentz was 11-3, and y'all sitting here complaining. Y'all sitting here. There have been how many Super Bowls? 50 plus, 55. I don't even know. I forgot the numbers because I don't know my Roman numerals. I know my Roman alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Excellent. Anyway, if y'all sitting here telling me that the biggest knock on Carson Wentz is that he got his team to the Super Bowl, but he didn't play in the game, oh, well, I apologize. Jared Goff, he got his team to the Super Bowl. He played in the game. He lost. Matt Ryan got his team to the Super Bowl. He played in the game. He lost. Bucky, you talk about being a top 2 overall pick. Oof. Oh, like Baker Mayfield? Bucky, you talk about being a top 2 overall pick. Oh, like Jameis Winston. Bucky, you talk about being a top 2 overall pick. Oh, like Marcus Mariota. The best quarterbacks weren't top 2 overall picks. Where was Tom Brady drafted? Where was Aaron Rodgers drafted? Where was Drew Brees drafted? Okay, you got Peyton Manning. Kudos to you. But the fact of the matter is, Bucky, Sir Brooks, when you draft a quarterback in the top 2, there ain't no guarantee they're going to be a Hall of Famer. You hope to win a Super Bowl with them. The Eagles won a Super Bowl with Carson. Marcellus, there ain't no ribs left, okay? You eating turkey, dry turkey.
Bucky, finish yours before I get some of the ribs.
Marcellus, I appreciate you giving Acho another opportunity because Acho gave me some more gas. So Acho, just last week, we had an opportunity to see number 1 and number 2 square off in Philadelphia. Jared Goff lit the Eagles up. And so now if I'm Howie Roseman, if I'm Doug Peterson, I am over there looking across the sideline with envy. Because I've seen Jared Goff not only get my team into the playoffs and take them to a Super Bowl, but I saw him actually run out and play in the game. And then when my guy, Jared Goff, had a bad year, you know what he did? He fixed it and rectified it. And now I'm looking at the Rams, and they're undefeated. And Sean McVay has somehow found a way to unleash the number 1 overall pick. And so maybe, just maybe, the Rams got it right when they made the decision to take Jared Goff over Carson Wentz because they knew there was only one franchise quarterback in that draft, and his name was Jared Goff.
Yeah. He still has a pulse, but he's still on set. Acho still here. I think suspect Bucky running away just destroyed this dude. Damn, you just smoked this dude.